Good evening. I'm George Davis. I'd like to invite you to stand as you're able for the presentation of the colors by Carmel Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 10003. Let us pray. Gracious God, we come here thankful for all who made this evening possible, mindful of your relentless compassion, for that is what has called us here to remember and to honor Dr. King, his leadership, and his ministry of justice for all. We're also mindful of those who stood with him and marched with him and bore witness with him, including Roy Wilkins, Ray Abernathy, Rosa Parks, John Lewis, Thurgood Marshall, Howard Thurman, and Coretta Scott King. May our presence tonight help us to focus our compassion, our courage, and our hope that we might help continue the work to which Dr. King gave faithful witness. Amen. Please remain standing and welcome Delilah Seal, who will lead us in the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight, and the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Left face. At the half step. Forward. Look. Left. Left. Thank you, Delilah. You may be seated. And please welcome Asher Madni of the Mayor's Advisory Commission on Human Relations.
Good evening. We are delighted to welcome you to the 2025 City of Carmel Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day commemoration. My name is Asher Madni, and I'm honored and privileged to stand before you as a member of the City of Carmel Mayor's Advisory Commission on Human Relations. Our commission is dedicated to advising the mayor ways to celebrate and recognize the invaluable contributions of citizens of all races and ethnicities. Additionally, we serve as a platform for community members to informally address and discuss issues involving potential prejudice, intolerance, or bigotry that may adversely affect public welfare. As Carmel continues to grow, we are proud to embrace the rich diversity of faiths and cultures that make up our loving community. Civil rights are not only the cornerstone of our nation's identity, but also is a fundamental part of our shared values here in the city of Carmel. Dr. King once said, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. And hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. So these words remind us of the transformative power of positivity and compassion, especially in the face of challenges and divisions. They call us to be beacons of hope and agents of positive change in our communities. Today's event is an opportunity to remember the battles that have been fought, celebrate the progress that we have made, but also recognize that the work that still lies ahead of us. I sincerely wish that through the speeches and skits that we will witness tonight, that we take the light that Dr. King's message and glow the spaces of the darkness in our hearts as well as in our communities. Finally, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to the City of Carmel and its leadership for their steadfast support for this event every year. And now it is my distinct honor to introduce our next speaker, Mayor Sue Finkam, who is in her second year as mayor of this great city. I personally appreciate Mayor's support for this event, as well as her vision to elevate Carmel to become the best-run city in America for residents, business owners, and visitors. So please join me in extending a warm welcome to Mayor Sue Finkam.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Good evening, everybody. As your mayor, I stand humbled and privileged to address you on this very special day. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is a day of reflection, of gratitude, and most importantly, of action, marking the enduring legacy of a visionary man who championed justice and equality. Dr. King's dream of a harmonious society where character triumphs color of skin remains a beacon of hope for future generations. Let us honor his teachings by embracing love, understanding, and unity to overcome the challenges we face today. I am committed to upholding Dr. King's principles in our city and encourage us all to strive for a more just and inclusive community. Let us be guided by his message of justice, equality, and unity as we work toward a brighter future for all. In remembrance of Dr. King, let us take inspiration from his legacy and dedicate ourselves to making his dream truly a reality. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Aaliyah Blackburn.
Thank you. In Atlanta's winter chill, a baby boy did come, with a future full of promise like a rising sun. In a humble home, he took his first breath, destined to bring people hope and love along with to life's breath. A voice that would one day stir the nation, born to lead a movement of peace and inspiration. His birth, a quiet herald of change to come, a guiding light for all hearts to become one. Martin Luther King Jr. was a prominent leader in the American civil rights movement, best known for his role in advancing civil rights using nonviolent civil disobedience based on his Christian beliefs and the teachings of Mahatma Gandhi. Born on January 15, 1929 in Atlanta, Georgia, King was a gifted student, eventually earning a PhD in systematic theology.
I was born by the river, yeah, in a little tent. And oh, just like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die, 'cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. Said I go to the movies and I go downtown, but somebody keeps telling me don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh, yes it will, yeah. Then I go to my brother and say, brother, help me please. Oh, then he winds up knocking me back down on my knees. Oh, there's been times when I thought I couldn't last too long, but now I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know that a change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. Oh, yes it will. Oh, yes it will.
In '55, a city's quiet strife began a movement, the Boycott's Life. One woman's stand, a seat denied, sparked a fire of people's pride. Across the streets, footsteps echoed clear, a march for justice without fear. Buses empty, hearts full of grace, united in hope for a fairer place, their journey. King played a pivotal role in the Montgomery bus boycott of 1955 and soon became a national figure. As president of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, also known as the SCLC, he led numerous campaigns against racial segregation and economic injustice. The Montgomery bus boycott was sparked by Rosa Parks' courageous act of defiance on December 1st, 1955. She refused to give up her seat to a white man on a segregated bus in Montgomery, Alabama, which led to her arrest. This act of resistance became a catalyst for the bus boycott, a pivotal event in the civil rights movement.
I've been walking with my face turned to the sun. Weight on my shoulder. Something has begun. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head, just in case I have to run. I do what I can when I can, while I can for my people. And while the stars roll back and the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones. Early in the morning, before the sun begins to shine, we gotta start moving, ooh, toward that separating line. I'm wading through muddy waters. You know I got a made up mind, and I don't mind if I lose any blood on the way to salvation. 'Cause I'll fight with the strength that I got until I die. And so I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. We are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. And I know what's around the bend might be hard to face 'cause I'm alone, and I just won't fail, and Lord knows I've tried. Sure as stars fill up the sky. Stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. You hear freedom calling, calling me to answer. Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones. I go to prepare a place for you. I go to prepare a place for you. I go to prepare a place for you. prepare a place for you.
Through streets of struggle and fields of fear, he walked with courage, unwavering and sincere. With words that echoed like a hymn, he called for justice, love, and peace to win. His legacy a river, strong and deep, flowing through the hearts of those who seek to keep the dream alive. A timeless song for unity and justice where all belong. Long their spirits high, a testament to freedom's cry. Martin Luther King's leadership in the 1963 March on Washington, where he delivered his famous I Have a Dream speech, was a key moment in the movement, advocating for racial harmony and equality.
I said, hold on to me, don't let me go. Who cares what they see? Who cares what they know? First name is free, last name is dumb. You still believe in where we're from? In the air, in the sea, something yes, made the same thing. Freedom, 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 I said, hold on to me. I said, don't let me go. Cheetahs need to eat, but run antelope. Your first name is King, your last name is Dove, but you still believe, yeah, in everyone. From a baby's first breath, will not be soon to rise. You still believe, but men won't realize it. I said freedom, freedom. I said freedom, freedom. I said freedom, I said freedom. Breathe in. Something in me made of the same thing. When you realize same within thing. Atoms in the air, women in the sea, sun and yes and man, we made up the same thing. Yeah. I said freedom, 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 freedom. I said freedom. I said freedom. Freedom, freedom, freedom. 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 I said freedom. Freedom.
In 1964, King was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his efforts to combat racial inequality through nonviolent resistance. Martin Luther King Jr. led a march from Selma to Montgomery in March 1965 to protest the lack of voting rights for African Americans. The march became a landmark in the American Civil Rights Movement and directly led to the passage of the Voting Rights Act of 1965.
The setting is a cafe during a protest. The hum of the cafe with distant sounds of a protest outside. The owner, Mr. Thompson, wipes down the counter while Mrs. Johnson, an older patron, sips her coffee and flips through a green book. Enter Sarah, a young activist with flyers in her hand.
Whew, what a day out there. Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm actually putting together that peaceful march outside today.
Awesome. Okay. Oh man, a green book? You know, my dad taught me about those Black Person's Vital Guide to Traveling back in the day. Does that bring back any memories, Mrs. Johnson?
Indeed it does, Mr. Thompson. You know, this little book was our safety net. Couldn't just wander into any old cafe or hotel or anything.
No. Times were tough back then.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
But we found ways to support each other. I remember our trip to Birmingham.
Yes.
Couldn't find a place to stay until a kind family took us in. You remember?
I remember that.
Yes, yes.
You know what, Sarah? It's young folks like you, dear, who will keep the torch burning. What brings you into our little cafe?
Oh, I'm organizing a group to join the march, actually, and hearing that, really, I've realized that we've come so far, but there's still so far we have to go. Amen. And we have to stand together, just like you all did.
That's the spirit, young lady. Our strength has always been in our unity. Back then, it wasn't about knowing where we could find refuge, but today, it's about knowing that our voices can be heard.
Mm-hmm. You know, and it is remarkable. We've gone from relying on books and then relying on each other to really change the world.
Yes.
Thank God for Dr. Martin Luther King. With him, we learned that peace does not only break down walls, but it brings us together.
Yes. And yes, we're doing that.
Yes, we are.
I'd love to have you both speak at the rally later and just share your stories. It's important for people to see how far we've come and just to see and understand just how far we can go.
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know, my great-grandfather owned this cafe back in the day before my grandfather and my father. And I'm, ashamed to say that there was a time where only white folks could walk through the doors. But, it's hard to believe now, seeing how vibrant and diverse this place is. So, count me all the way in.
You know what, Sarah? We too. I think that we need to make sure that our struggles and triumphs are not forgotten.
The four share a determined nod, the energy of change buzzing all around them.
You know what, Sarah? There is something a little bit more special from back in our time. The shoebox. Remember the shoebox, baby? Yes. That was our little travel companion back then.
A shoebox?
Yes.
Yes.
A shoebox.
Yes.
This is the thing. We couldn't just stop at any restaurant.
No.
So we have to pack our meals in shoeboxes.
A shoebox.
Fried chicken,
biscuits,
and gravy.
black eyed peas,
Ooh, meatloaf, my mama's meatloaf.
sweet potato pie.
Wait. You got all of that in one shoebox.
Baby, I think you're thinking about an infant. Look at Mr. Johnson, size 14. He's been wearing them since he came out the womb. We got plenty meals in those shoeboxes. But in all seriousness, you know, it was our way to a bit of dignity and comfort on those journeys.
You are right, Mrs. Johnson.
I know I am.
It was a common sight at every bus station and train stop, a shoebox. A reminder of the resilience of our community.
Yes.
Wow. The strength and creativity in a time of such hardship and all those challenges. I can only imagine. But thank you for that. It's a powerful reminder to why we march.
Yes.
You know, our history, baby, it just isn't all in the books. You know, it's in everyday things that we carry around with us, baby. That shoebox, it did not only feed our bodies, but it filled our spirits and endurance. Yes.
So it's as if every meal shared from a shoebox was an act of love and unity.
Yes.
You were saying with this box that we belong and we won't be silent. And now we carry that same spirit forward with us into our future with every story, every song, and every step we take, just to honor those who came before us.
Yes.
I think it's amazing. All these races and religions, people from all walks of life coming together and really supporting each other in the name of freedom, in the name of peace,
Yes.
and equal rights.
My goodness, child, that is so right. That's so right. And remember, progress is not just a straight road.
No.
It's a lot of bends,
Yes.
a lot of potholes. We live in Indiana.
Yes.
But there's challenges, a lot of challenges.
A lot of.
But we must keep moving forward. We must. Forward.
And you know what? We will. Through, just like they did back in the day, through every meal shared and every story told, just empowering each other with all of that stuff. And I'm so proud to stand with you guys today in this cafe, which is open to everyone, a place where all voices can be heard.
Yes.
The four sit in a moment of shared reflection, the hum of the cafe and distant protest underscoring the enduring fight for justice.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise.
Tragically, King's life was cut short when he was assassinated on April 4th, 1968 in Memphis, Tennessee. King's legacy lives on, inspiring generations in the ongoing struggle for civil rights and social justice. A tragic day, April's cruel embrace. A nation wept for a dreamer's grace. In Memphis, a voice of peace fell still, but his light, a beacon, guides us still. His dream lives on in every heart that dares to love, to dream, to care. In unity, we rise above the strife, for his dream of justice breathes in our life. Though he's gone, his spirit's strength we borrow to build a brighter, just tomorrow. At this time, I ask our guests backstage to join us on stage to sing Let There Be Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, and esteemed guests, it is an honor to stand before you today to speak about the remarkable legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a man whose beliefs and actions continue to inspire us, and to highlight the important work being done through Carmel's Sister Cities, an organization that embodies the values of unity, peace, and mutual understanding that Dr. King championed throughout his life. Dr. King frequently spoke about the beloved community, a vision of a world where people of all races, religions, and backgrounds could live together in harmony, sharing a common humanity. The city of Carmel is an international city that embraces our diversity and celebrates the richness of our multicultural community. Carmel is dedicated to fostering relationships between our citizens to fight racism and discrimination and overcome stereotypes of other nationalities or religions that so frequently exist in communities. Carmel's Sister Cities is dedicated to fostering global cooperation, understanding, and peace through citizen-to-citizen diplomacy, and connecting our community with our sister city partners across the world, and enabling citizens to engage directly with one another, bridging cultural, social, and political divides. As we reflect on Dr. King's enduring legacy, let us also think about how we can carry forward his vision of a world united in love and justice, just as he inspired millions with his message of peace. He continues to inspire us by showing us that through cooperation, understanding, and a shared commitment to human dignity, we can build a better and more peaceful world for all. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you for being a part of this. God bless you and have a wonderful rest of the evening. Thank you and good night.